The Ainu are believed to be among the original inhabitants of the Japanese archipelago, dating back as far as 13,000 years ago. Unlike the Japanese majority, the Ainu are distinct in appearance, with fairer skin, thick wavy hair, and a higher frequency of body hair. These features have long puzzled anthropologists, leading some to suggest that the Ainu might be connected to other indigenous groups in East Asia or even as far as Siberia. While their exact origins remain a mystery, one thing is certain: the Ainu have a deep connection to the lands they call home. For the Ainu, life was intricately linked to the natural world in a way that defined every aspect of their existence. Unlike the agricultural societies that flourished in other parts of Japan, with their rice paddies and cultivated fields, the Ainu maintained a lifestyle deeply rooted in hunting, gathering, and fishing, relying on the rich and diverse ecosystems around them. Their society did not revolve around the cultivation of crops but was instead oriented toward what the natural world could provide. The rhythm of their lives was closely tied to the changing seasons, guiding their movements and activities throughout the year. As the snow melted and rivers began to flow, the Ainu would fish for salmon and other freshwater species, a vital food source that could be dried and stored for the harsher winter months. These seasonal shifts dictated their food sources, ceremonial practices, and even the materials they used for building and crafting. The Ainu were expert hunters, adept at tracking deer and bears through the dense forests of Hokkaido and the surrounding islands. Deer provided meat for sustenance and hides for clothing, while bears, viewed with a mixture of reverence and practicality, were hunted for their meat, fur, and bones. Hunting was not merely a means of survival but also a spiritual practice. The Ainu believed that every animal possessed a spirit, and rituals were performed to honor the spirit of a bear or deer before it was hunted. This respect for the natural world was reflected in their hunting practices, ensuring that no part of a hunted animal went to waste. Salmon fishing was vital to the Ainu diet and culture. They used wooden fishing weirs, called sais, to catch salmon without disrupting river ecosystems. This method showed their deep understanding of nature and commitment to sustainability. Building and maintaining these weirs required community cooperation, emphasizing the importance of collective effort. The salmon caught were smoked or dried, providing a crucial food source during the winter months. Their homes, called chais, were traditionally constructed from locally sourced materials like wood, bamboo, and thatch, chosen not only for their availability but also for their harmony with the natural environment. These structures were designed to blend seamlessly into the landscape, reflecting the Ainu people's deep connection to the land. The exteriors were often unadorned, with the walls and roof crafted to withstand the harsh climate, whether it be the heavy snowfall of winter or the rain during other seasons. Inside the chais, the layout was simple yet functional, centered around a hearth known as an irori. This central hearth served multiple purposes. It was a source of warmth during the cold months, a place for cooking meals, and a sacred space where rituals and ceremonies were performed. The fire was not just a practical necessity, it was also a symbol of life and a medium for communication with the spiritual world. The Ainu people held a profound spiritual connection with the natural world, grounded in their belief that everything in nature possessed a spirit known as kamui. This spiritual essence was thought to inhabit animals, plants, rivers, mountains, and even everyday objects, imbuing them with a sacred significance. This belief system shaped the Ainu's interactions with their environment, fostering a deep sense of respect and reverence for all forms of life. Among the various spirits, the bear, Kimen Kamui, held a particularly esteemed position in Ainu culture. The Ainu regarded the bear as more than just a powerful animal, it was seen as a sacred being and a messenger that could communicate between humans and the gods. The bear's spiritual significance was reflected in its prominent role in Ainu myths, folklore, and religious practices. To honor the bear's spiritual role, the Ainu practiced a ritual known as Iomet. This ceremony was one of the most important and elaborate events in Ainu religious life. It involved capturing a bear cub, which would be nurtured and raised by the community. The cub was treated with great care and respect, often living alongside the people and becoming a symbol of the divine presence among them. When the time came for the Iomet ceremony, the bear was ritually sacrificed in a highly structured and respectful manner. The purpose of the ceremony was to release the bear's spirit, sending it back to the spiritual realm as an envoy carrying the community's prayers and gratitude to the gods. The ceremony included offerings, prayers, and communal feasting, with the bear's meat shared among the people as a sign of the connection between the human and spiritual worlds. Through Iomet, the Ainu not only paid homage to the bear but also reaffirmed their bond with nature and the divine, reinforcing the cycle of life, death, and spiritual renewal that was central to their worldview. This ritual underscores the Ainu's deep respect for the natural world and their belief in the interconnectedness of all living things. Central to the preservation of Ainu culture was their language, a unique and distinct tongue unlike any other found in Japan. This language was not merely a tool for communication but a repository of the Ainu people's rich heritage, worldview, and connection to the natural world. Every word was imbued with cultural significance, offering insights into the Ainu's deep reverence for the environment, spirituality, and their symbiotic relationship with nature. The Ainu language, now critically endangered and spoken by only a few elders, was once a vibrant medium through which the Ainu articulated their beliefs, customs, and identities. Rich in expressions that vividly depicted the flora and fauna of their homeland, the language reflected their profound understanding of the ecosystem they inhabited. It also embodied their spiritual beliefs, with specific terms and phrases that conveyed their animistic view of the world, where every tree, river, and mountain was believed to have a spirit, or kamui. For centuries, the Ainu lived in relative isolation, but that changed as Japanese influence began to expand northward. By the 15th century, Japanese settlers and traders arrived in Ainu lands, leading to conflicts over territory and resources. By the 19th century, during the Meiji Restoration, Japan officially annexed Hokkaido. Ainu people were forced to assimilate. They were prohibited from practicing their traditions, speaking their language, or wearing their traditional clothes. They were compelled to adopt Japanese agricultural practices and abandon their hunter-gatherer lifestyle. These assimilation policies had devastating and far-reaching effects on the Ainu people. They led to a significant loss of culture, language, and identity, as the Ainu were systematically discouraged from practicing their traditional customs and speaking their native language. Over time, these policies eroded the cultural fabric that had sustained the Ainu for generations, causing profound dislocation within their communities. The loss of language alone was a monumental blow, as language is a core vehicle for preserving oral traditions, stories, and the collective memory of a people. Additionally, the Ainu faced widespread discrimination, often marginalized and treated as second-class citizens within their own homeland. They were stereotyped as primitive and uncivilized, which not only justified the oppressive policies against them but also led to social and economic marginalization. This societal exclusion made it difficult for the Ainu to access education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, further entrenching their disadvantaged position in society. The impact of these policies continues to be felt today, as many Ainu strive to reclaim and revitalize their cultural heritage, amidst the lingering shadows of historical injustices and inequality. Despite the immense challenges they faced, the resilient spirit of the Ainu people endured. Over time, this resilience became a catalyst for a cultural and political revival. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, a grassroots movement began to take shape, driven by a deep sense of cultural pride and a desire to reclaim what had been lost. Activists, scholars, and community leaders emerged at the forefront of this movement, dedicating themselves to the revitalization of Ainu culture, language, and identity. They tirelessly campaigned for greater awareness of Ainu heritage, advocating for their rights and fighting against the discrimination and marginalization that had been their reality for so long. This movement involved a concerted effort to revive the Ainu language, which had been nearly lost to the forced assimilation policies. Language classes, cultural workshops, and public performances of traditional songs, dances, and rituals became more common, serving as powerful expressions of cultural pride and resistance. Ainu activists also sought legal recognition and protection of their rights, which had been systematically denied for generations. This struggle culminated in a landmark moment in 2008, when the Japanese government formally recognized the Ainu as an indigenous people for the first time. This recognition was a significant step towards acknowledging the injustices of the past and marked a turning point in Japan's relationship with the Ainu. It opened the door to further initiatives aimed at protecting and promoting Ainu culture, including government-supported projects to document and teach the Ainu language, as well as efforts to preserve and share their traditional crafts, music, and storytelling. Today, the Ainu are reclaiming their identity. Cultural festivals celebrate Ainu music, dance, and crafts, drawing both Ainu and non-Ainu together to honor this ancient culture. The Ainu story is one of resilience, a testament to the power of cultural preservation and the enduring connection between people and their land.